Anybody would like to introduce themselves? Let's start the record. Okay. Hare Krishna, welcome to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have her grace Savitri Mataji to enlighten us on the topic Sri Caitanya Caritamrta Antya lila, 20th chapter, 28 verse onwards. Hare Krishna, Savitri Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for your valuable time and association this morning, Mataji. Please take over the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Binita Gandharvika. Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining us. Please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada, all goes to Gurudev and all the Vaishnavas. We are going to read from Caitanya Caritamrta Antya lila, chapter 20. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam yena bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Sma Padantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Shri Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Mancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhaivacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Binda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We are reading from Sri Caitanya Caritamrta Antya lila, chapter 20, the final chapter, the prayers of Sri Shikshashtakam. Shikshashtakam prayer, as tasted by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As it is. So we are starting from the text number 28. Premero Shabhavo Jaha Premero Sambandha Shei Mane Krishna Moro Nahi Premo Gandha. Wherever there is a relationship of love, of Godhead, its natural symptom is that the devotee does not think himself a devotee. Instead, he always thinks that he has not even a drop of love for Krishna. Purport. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur comments that persons who are actually very poor because they possess not even a drop of love of Godhead or pure devotional service falsely advertise themselves as great devotees, although they cannot at any time relish the transcendental bliss of devotional service. A class of so called devotees, known as Prakrita Sahajiyas, sometimes display devotional symptoms. To exhibit their good fortune, they are pretending, however, because these devotional features are only external. The Prakrita Sahajiyas exhibit these symptoms to advertise their so called advancement in love of Krishna. But instead of praising the Prakrita Sahajiyas for their symptoms of transcendental ecstasy, pure devotees do not like to associate with them. It is not advisable to equate the Prakrita Sahajiyas with pure devotees. When one is actually advanced in ecstatic love of Krishna, he does not try to advertise himself. Instead, he endeavors more and more to render service to the Lord. The Prakrita Sahajiyas sometimes criticize pure devotees by calling them philosophers, learned scholars, knowers of the truth, or minute observers, but not devotees. On the other hand, they depict themselves as the most advanced, transcendentally blissful devotees, deeply absorbed in devotional service and mad to taste transcendental mellows. They also describe themselves as the most advanced devotees in spontaneous love, as knowers of transcendental mellows, as the topmost devotees in conjugal love of Krishna, and so on. Not actually knowing the transcendental nature of love of God, they accept their material emotions to be indicative of advancement. In this way, they pollute the process of devotional service to try to become writers of Vaishnava literature. They introduce their material conceptions of life into pure devotional service. Because of their material conceptions, they advertise themselves as knowers of transcendental mellows, but they do not understand the transcendental nature of devotional service. Translation again: wherever there is a relationship of love of Godhead, its natural symptom is that the devotee does not think himself a devotee. Instead, he always thinks that he has not even a drop of love for Krishna. Very natural. And Mahaprabhu speaking in the mood of Srimati Radharani, in her ecstatic, loving emotion for Krishna, in the association of very confidential associates Sri Rai Ramananda and Swarup Damodar Goswami. And this final verse says everything about Chaitanya Leelas and purpose and his contribution and his mercy, ocean of mercy. If we even one drop realize, even if we realize even in one drop of the whole Sikshashtakam, our life will be successful. What is the definition of success of life? Definition of success of life, that Krishna will be happy with us and will be eligible for going home, for joining Shri Shri Radha Krishna in their eternal service. That process has been given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As a devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is our life and soul, these 8 stanzas known as Sikshashtakam. In Sikshashtakam, 8 verses are there. Whole 8 verses are known as Avideya. And within 8, 5 verses are known as Sambandha. And last 3 verses are known as Prayojana Tattva. Whole Sikshashtakam, known as Avideya, means to attain Krishna Prema. 5 verses for Sambandha Gyan, because without Sambandha Gyan, we cannot attain Krishna Prema. Sambandha Gyan means which side I am, which connection I value most, or only one connection we must have. Either we can have connection with the material energy or Krishna. Mamai Vangsha Jivaloke. In essence, we have to understand we are all Krishnas. We belong to Krishna means we are on the side of Krishna. Our connection is only with Krishna. This is eternal truth. Our union or connection with Krishna is eternal. That is positive indication. Simultaneously, negative indication is we do not have any connection with the material energy. But right now, we are situated in the opposite conception. I belong to this world, family, country, etc., etc. And we are worshipping Krishna. We are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That's why it is not working properly. Working properly means Krishna Prem will be showering on us. Proper situation is, proper way of chanting is, by becoming Krishnas, we must chant. Already take the side of Krishna, which side you are in, Krishna's side. Which side? Krishna's side, not the world side. We may live here by being Krishnas. Mamai Vangsha Jivaloke. That word must be strongly established in the heart and realized we are Krishnas. Krishna is saying you are a mine out of love. You are mine, part and parcel. So similarly, we have to accept also, I'm yours, Krishna. You are mine. Same tune. Mama Krishna, Mama Radha Krishna. Mama Eva Angsha, Krishna is speaking. So similarly, we have to also realize Mama Radha Krishna, Krishna, Radha Krishna are mine. And the word is not mine. Simultaneously, one is disconnected, one is connected. Just like we cannot plug in multiple outlets. We can plug into only one plug, right? One point, right? Similarly, either you are plugged in this material energy or Krishna. And devotees say, Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Krishna, you are everything to me, or my Krishna is everything. Krishna is mine, or my Krishna is everything. When we have realized this point, this Sikshashtakam is the source of ocean of happiness, bliss. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Every stanza speaks volumes of purport. Our 6 Goswamis wrote volumes of books just by expanding these 8 verses. Just like Vyasadeva expanded original 4 verses of Bhagavatam, Chatushlaki Bhagavat. So we have studied up to 3. Third verse was very important. The qualification for chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. See, I have one book that is called Shikshashtakam, the explanation given by Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Bhaktivinoda Thakur's explanation is known as Sanmodan Bhashya. It is there in the online. I highly recommend to read this. Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained each verse very wonderfully, along with Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's explanation. It is known as Bibriti. Both together are so powerful purports on each stanza of Sri Shikshashtakam. So with the help of that book, I'll try to speak because it is written in Bengali. I'm reading Bengali. But right now, this verse, Mahaprabhu said that a devotee does not consider that he or she has any devotion. The humility, which is the intrinsic quality of the soul, which we understood in the third verse, Trinadapi Sunichena. This is transcendental quality. This is not material quality. Materially, it is not possible. Unless we realize the soul and the swarup of the soul is part and parcel of Krishna, that is connected with Krishna. So naturally, the soul realizes how tiny I am, how insignificant. Why this point is coming again? Because Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that without realizing the 4 items of the third Sikshashtakam, it is not possible to enter into the 4th one, na dhanam na janam. So devotee out of humility cannot think of otherwise. I'm most unqualified. I'm most insignificant. I'm just trying to please Shri Radha Krishna and specifically Srimati Radharani. If we have understood a little bit about the Sadhya Sadhan Tattva spoken by Sri Mahaprabhu and Rai Ramananda in the Madhya Lila chapter 8, we understand how the Rasa Tattva has been described there. How does a soul can relish rasa and complete rasa, in fullness. So Mahaprabhu was purposely trying to understand the rasa tattva higher and higher and higher and higher and higher level from Rai Ramananda. Actually, Rai Ramananda was speaking on this subject. He was not speaking, Mahaprabhu speaking through Rai Ramananda. When Rai Ramananda said Dasya, Sakya and Vatsalya, then comes to the Madhurya, that gives Mahaprabhu unlimited joy, because in Madhurya Rasa, one is able to relish the rasa in fullness. Then Mahaprabhu said, go beyond it. Something is there beyond even conjugal rasa. Can you explain that to me? Rai Ramananda was very bewildered because he admitted that he had not heard anything beyond that. Then by the mercy of Mahaprabhu, he said, Radha Dasyam actually is the highest. Our devotion, dedication unto the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani is the topmost. Ultimately, Vaishnavas are also worshippers of Shakti. Which Shakti? Shakti, Purna Shakti. Radha Purna Shakti. Because Radharani, who is Radharani? Krishna's Aladini Shakti. And the active principle of Aladini Shakti is Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani is Prema, Krishna Prema, personification of Krishna Prema. And we are desiring that. Radharani gives pleasure or to Krishna, means through Radharani, Krishna relishes the joy or pleasure. Through Radharani, Krishna gives pleasure to the devotees. So Radharani is the topmost supreme goddess for Gauriya Vaishnavas. Because Radharani loves Krishna, Krishna is the lover of Radharani, so we also love Krishna. Our main service is to engage in the service of Sri Sri Radha Krishna together and assist them in their pastimes by being subordinate to Srimati Radharani, placing ourselves under the care of Srimati Radharani or the gopis. This is called Gopi Bhava. Gopi Bhava means when we place ourselves under the care of Srimati Radharani. Krishna also comes under Srimati Radharani. So if we realize, then easily we can dedicate ourselves to Radharani. And who is Radharani? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us the process to attain that, how constant chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, incessant chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the only way. Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Iva Kevalam. And Krishna, Kirtaniya Sadahari. So a devotee realizes his significance. And that Srila Prabhupada talked about that Sahajiyas, actually they are the offenders. They themselves show externally, but internally they're fully empty. Krishna Prem is so valuable. Who would advertise out, externally to others? Do we advertise how much money do we have? Do we advertise about how much, diamond things in our house or gold, which we feel very valuable? Never. And most valuable wealth is love for Krishna. And how we can advertise that? Who are advertising? That means it's just simply false. They are just doing anukaran. Anukaran means anusaran means following their instructions, and anukaran means they are acting, that they are themselves Krishna and Radha and gopis. They are mimicking or acting. This is not real thing. And Srila Prabhupada very appropriately warned us, because it is required to realize, understand what is false and what is real. All that glitter is not gold. In Bengal, this type of things are still there. So many apasampradayas are there. They exhibit this kind of things, and they think they are the highest lover of Krishna. But the process given by Mahaprabhu is completely different. Bona fide process, chanting. And they also, Sahajiyas never chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra completely. They made up their own way. What we understood before, those things would not work. They may think that they have so much love, actually no. In reality, a devotee is so humble cannot advertise, cannot show. Rather, it is called Gupta Dhan. They keep very hidden the love of Krishna, their dedication to Srimati Radharani. They keep very hidden. Vrindavan is famous for Krishna, we understand. Actually, Vrindavan is famous for Srimati Radharani. There, everyone trying to please Srimati Radharani by chanting Radhe Radhe. They are always under the subordination of Srimati Radharani. They are the trees, flowers, or river, or the animals, or human, any living entities. They're all assisting Shri Radha Krishna to enjoy their sweet pastimes. This is Vrindavan, and no one has any tinge of selfish desire there. Sahajiyas, they do it to earn some name and fame. So this is very wonderful that Mahaprabhu gave us understanding. So we are moving to the next. What is the desire of the devotees? Because we don't have that desire. Now what some desire we have some desire. Means to attain the highest goal of life, Krishna Prema, Radha Dasyam. How to do it? That is the process. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitamba, jagadisha kamaye, mama janmani janmani ishvare, bhavatat bhaktir ahitu kitoi. O Lord of the universe, I do not desire material wealth, materialistic followers, a beautiful wife, or fruitive activities described in flowery language. All I want, life after life, is unmotivated devotional service to you. This prayer should come from the heart. Desiring Shuddha Bhakti, Ahetuki Bhakti with no motives is very rare. Unless we are completely free from any material hankering, na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitam. These four items are covering all sorts of material desires we have. Even the desire for freedom from repeated birth and death means only we should have only one desire: how to achieve the goal of life, Krishna Prema. Anything should not come in between. Krishna Prema is the goal of life, and the means Hare Krishna Mahamantra chanting. Of course, if we only think that Hare Krishna Mahamantra chanting is the means, then it is also aparad. It is also sadhya, goal of life. Mahaprabhu said, Sadho sadhan tattva je kichu shakal harinam sankirtane milive shakal. This is sadhyan, sadhan, and also this is sadhya, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. This is sadhana as well as sadhya, goal also, means and goal. So a devotee happily go on chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. After third verse, this fourth verse comes. Unless we are entering into that state of consciousness, being Trinadapi Sunicheno, Taroropi Sahishnana, Amanina Manadeno, and Kirtaniya Sadahari, the fifth one would not come, would not appear in the heart. Relinquishing all sorts of material desires, we must go deeply into our hearts and find how many material desires we have and relinquish. This is negative indication. Positive indication is desire thousands of times. What? Mama janmani janmani shware bhavatat bhakti ahitukitoi. This line is the positive indication. One is negative, one is positive. Relinquish all sorts of things which is the impediment for achieving bhakti, pure bhakti. Oh Lord, I don't care how many births I have to take. By your will, I'm ready. I'm ready to take birth again and again, if you wish so. But my prayer is, please bless me, bestow me with the unmotivated devotional service to Srimati Radharani and you. That is my goal of life. Unless we have set the goal very firmly, we cannot even think of this verse. It takes a lot of courage to realize the goal and pursue the goal wholeheartedly. No matter what happens, I'll take risk by the will of the Lord. It doesn't matter. I have to pursue. I'm pursuing. I'm for only one goal. Attainment of goal is ahituki bhakti. If I have to take birth, I'll take birth. One time, my Guru Maharaj was there when we were celebrating a boys or girls, I think, happy birthday. You know, in ISKCON, there's a song, right? May you never born again. May you never born again and go back to Godhead. We wish. And my Guru Maharaj says, no. We should not say that. We are ready to be born again and again, if Krishna desires so, for achieving the goal of life. If it takes many births, is fine. Ready to take birth. Mahaprabhu speaking. That desire is also the impediment for achieving pure Krishna bhakti. That day I realized a big thing when these words came out from the lotus mouth of my Guru Maharaj. Then he immediately related that prayer, Mama Janmani Janmanishware. And in the Amrita Prabhava Bhashya, Mahaprabhu, Bhakti Vinod Thakur wrote very beautifully on this verse. And Sammodan Bhashyam also very powerful by Bhakti Vinod Thakur. And Bibriti by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Very powerful. And I'm singing just one song that Bhakti Vinod Thakur wrote on this verse in Bengali. Prabhu tavo pada juge moroni vedana nahi magi deho sukho vidya dhana jano nahi magi sargo aro mokho nahi magi na kori prarthana kono vibhutir lagi nijo karma guno doshe je janma pai জন্মে জন্মে যেন তবু নাম গুণ গাই এই মাত্র আশা মম তোমার চরণে অহৈতুকী ভক্তি হৃদয় জাগে অনুখানি বিষয়ে যে প্রীতি এবে আছোই তো আমার, সেই মত প্রীতি হোক চরণে তোমার, বিপদে সম্পদে তাহা থাকুক সমভাবে, দিনে দিনে বৃদ্ধি হোক নামেরও প্রভাবে, পশু পক্ষী হয়ে থাকি স্বর্গে বা নিরায়ে, তব ভক্তির ভক্তি ভক্তি বিনোদ হৃদয়ে, প্রভু তব পদ যুগে মম নিবেদন. That was the song written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So I'm just reading the translation. This is very beautiful. He wrote this song on this verse. Where is that? The translation, Prabhu Tava Pada Juge, from Gita Bali, I think. Prabhu Tava Pada Juge means KK song, I don't see. Anyway, means Bhaktivinoda Thakur is praying to Lord Krishna that this is my prayer to you. I do not desire deha sukha, comfort from my body, vidya, any education, dhana, wealth, and jana, followers. Nahi magi swargo aro mokkho nahi magi. I do not desire heavenly planets to live or the liberation. Na kori prarthana kono vibhutiro lage. I'm also not praying and interested for any types of mystic power. Nijo karma guno doshe je janmo pai. Janme janme jano tabo namo guno gai. Yes, means yes. Third, in whatever birth I take, wherever my karma leads me, let me sing the glories of your holy name, birth after birth. This is the point of pure bhakti. If it takes birth after birth, fine. But my business is to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. এই মাত্র আশা মম তোমারও চরণে, আহাই তো কি ভক্তি হৃদে জাগে অনুক্ষণে. This alone is my cherished hope, my aspiration, my prayer at your lotus feet. Let causeless and uninterrupted devotion awaken within my heart and flow toward you. বিষয়ে যে প্রীতি এবে আছয়ে আমারও, সেই মতো প্রীতি হোক চরণে তোমারও. Let me love your lotus feet as much as I now love sense gratification. Transfer my affection from the objects of the senses to your lotus feet. Such a wonderful prayer written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. বিপদে সম্পদে তাহা থাকুক সমভাবে, দিনে দিনে বৃদ্ধি হোক নামেরও প্রভাবে. In danger or success, good fortune or disaster, let me remain in equipoise, and let my affection for you increase day by day by the influence of the holy name. পশু পক্ষী হয়ে থাকি স্বর্গে বা নিরয়ে, তব ভক্তি রহু ভক্তি বিনোদ হৃদয়ে. Whether I live as bird or beast, in heaven or in the hell, let the humble Bhakti Vinod always cherish Bhakti in his heart of hearts. So there's no reason to advertise. Actually, the devotee who has even a drop of pure love for Shri Radha Krishna cannot do that, because he remains always bowed down, humble. Mood is very humble and internally constantly chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Because the last third verses will say that how a devotee reaches to the goal of life. Even one moment of forgetting Krishna feels so much pain to the person. Yugaitam nimeshena. Before that, Nayanam galada ashrudharaya badanam gadana gadaridhaya gira means the holy name is the sadhya, Radha Krishna, the divine couple, Hare Krishna, the divine couple, Radha Krishna, Hare Krishna, divine couple, Radha Krishna. We are assisting Radha Krishna to come together and perform their pleasing, sweet, intimate, conjugal pastimes in Nikunja. The heart is the Nikunja, the pleasure grove, where no one is there, only Radha Krishna and Radha Dasis, the Manjaris, the Sahacharis, the Kinkaris. Bhakti Vinod Thakur very nicely wrote in Bengali, that is our goal of life, to become Sahachari of Srimati Radharani, Kinkari, and to be allowed to serve in their very intimate place, that is Nikunja. That is our, and this process no one has given before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Through the conversation between Rai Ramananda and Mahaprabhu, it is clear. And the question answer also there. What is the birthplace of Bhagavat Prem? Not question answer. One verse was quoted there from Rupa Goswami's writing or somewhere. Why I'm forgetting. What is the birthplace of Krishna Prem? Srimati Radharani is the birthplace. So our total dedication is at the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. Under her subordination, we approach to serve Krishna. Without Radharani, we know nothing. Even Krishna does not know anything. Without Radharani, Krishna and the rasa dance stop. Radharani is the linking chain, means, linking connection of the circle of rasa dance. And Radharani left the rasa dance and Krishna followed Srimati Radharani. That shows how much Krishna is under Srimati Radharani's love. He searched Radharani and found Radharani, and then Krishna worshipped Radharani by decorating her hair, by being with Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani is the supreme goddess, Vrindavaneshwari, Raseshwari, Vrindavaneshwari, Sarveshwareshwari. That is our goal, and it is easy if we can understand the process. Also, it is unavailable for anyone. So our process is under the subordination to Gauranga Mahaprabhu, by following Mahaprabhu's instruction, because he is Radharani, in the mood of Srimati Radharani, and Radha Kanti in the fair complexion of Srimati Radharani. Therefore, Bhakti Vinod Thakur established the worship of Gaura Gadadhar. For Gauriya Vaishnavas, is the highest worship. Gauranga Mahaprabhu is Krishna inside, outside Srimati Radharani, and Gadadhar is also Radharani. So we worship Radharani. In Shridham Mayapur, many temples are there. They worship Gaura Gadadhar, along with Radha Krishna. Gaura Gadadhar are so kind. They never see any disqualification, any faults in any sadhaka. Just bestow love, which are what we are hankering, what we are praying for. So some of the verses also there means in the explanation in Bhaktivinoda Thakur, we are not going to do it very in details because it takes time, but very relishable, and I encourage everyone to read those online. And the point is this bhakti, Shuddha bhakti, Ahituki bhakti is not cheap to attain. We can attain with our intense hankering for that. That point also discussed in 8th chapter Madhya Lila. How to attain the Krishna Prema. See that this is so unique, different process. Very different process to achieve Krishna Prema. Only through our deep hankering, laulam, greediness about to achieve that. Unless we understand the value of Krishna Prema, we would not greed about it, isn't it? We very well we understand the value of having big money or property. That's why we hanker. Because we do not understand the value, we do not hanker. See, beyond any yagna, tapasya, dhanam, jnanam, karma, yoga, beyond everything, the devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they just live for this, achieving the Krishna Prema. This is known as art of living. And art of dying means by remembering Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by remembering Gaura Gadadhar, by remembering Radha Krishna, they leave the body. Or by chanting the Yugal mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Sometimes we think Hare is for Radha is not proper. Actually, most proper. Hari means who steals away. Hara means also who steals away. Radharani steals away the heart of Krishna. That's why her name is Radha. Very beautiful, Radha. Okay, we are going for the next, the text number 30. Dhana jana nahi mago kavita sundari shuddha bhakti deho more Krishna kripa kori. My dear Lord Krishna, I do not want material wealth from you, nor do I want followers, a beautiful wife, or the result of fruitive activities. I only pray that by your causeless mercy, you give me pure devotional service to you life after life. If we are truly followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then we will speak like that and will desire internally like that. Mahaprabhu relished these 8 verses himself. Also, he is instructing us to follow these 8 verses. That will please Mahaprabhu most. Who is Mahaprabhu again? Radha Bhavo Kanti Achadito Natavara. His name is Radha Bhavo Kanti Achadito Natavara. He is the same Natavar Krishna whose body has been covered by Radha Kanti, the hue or of Srimati Radharani, molten gold, and Radha Bhava. What is Radha Bhava? Mahabhava Shiromani. Krishna is what? Krishna? Shringara Rasaraj. So Mahaprabhu is a form of both Rasaraj Sri Krishna, Sringara Rasaraj Sri Krishna, and Mahabhava Swarupini Sri Radha Thakurani. Combined form is Gauranga Mahaprabhu. By worshipping Gauranga Mahaprabhu, by surrendering ourselves to the lotus feet of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, by chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, where we reach at the lotus feet of Shri Radha Krishna. And that is our goal of life. And this should be our mood, never ever hankering for material anything, because that will spoil everything. Hankering must not be stopped. Hankering is always there. The question is not to stop hankering. Question is where to hanker, what to hanker, where to hanker. Just like if one is driving to the north and suddenly understood driving to the south is the real destination. The destination is on the south, not the north. Then what the person does, he does the U-turn. His driving is still continuing to the now south direction. That's it. Driving is still there. Similarly, our hankering is itself is not good or bad. What we are hankering, that is the point. What we should hanker, that is the point. We can hanker, we can have the greediness of achieving Krishna Prema. That is the goal of life. If we are not strong about the goal of life, then it is not possible. It is not possible. So one more verse, then we'll stop. 31. Ati daine punomage dasya bhakti dan aponare kare sangsari jiva abhiman. In a great humility, considering himself a conditioned soul of the material world, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again expressed his desire to be endowed with service to the Lord. Service to the Lord is Trigunatit. Service to the Lord is Trikalatit, transcendental. We always think I am a Sansari Jeev, means I am the conditioned soul, belongs to this material world. So same way Mahaprabhu speaking. Actually, the soul is beyond the material creation. Unless we realize this bhakti is trigunatit, beyond the three modes of material nature, trikalatit, beyond the past, present, and future, is transcendental, and the soul is transcendental, and soul is already Krishna's. I was Krishna's before, I am Krishna's now, I will be Krishna's always, forever. Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. There's no way that I can be someone's. If we are convinced, then we'll take up bhakti immediately, very seriously. Krishna, out of so much love and affection, says, you are mine, mama eva amsha. With the same love and affection, we can say, Krishna, you are mine. If we analyze what we have in this world, then we'll find we do not possess anything, even the sambandha, relationship. This is the platform of separation. We are all coming together and being separated again and again, again and again, again and again. There's no platform of union over here. Platform of union is there. on the Krishna side. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partha Dhanurdhara. There we have to go, which is the platform of union. Constant connection is there, union is there. Here is separation. So the feeling of mindness, that these are mine and I am theirs, the material understanding has to be ended. And the same feeling, I and mine, is for Krishna. Krishna, I am yours. Mama eva ansha, mama eva ansha. And you are mine. Vasudeva sarvamiti, samahatma sudurlava. Nasato vidyate bhavo, na bhavo vidyate sata. Which is asat, which is destructible, has no endurance, which is non-eternal, has no endurance, and which is eternal, there's no destruction. Here, everything has so temporary connection. It cannot endure. The body cannot endure forever. Relationship, house, money, nothing. But what is eternal? The soul is eternal. We are eternal servants of Krishna. There's no destruction of it. So if we remember this point, that which is temporary, cannot be endured, cannot live forever, and which is eternal, cannot be destroyed. So we'll always be with the eternal side. Shri Krishna is speaking in second chapter, Bhagavad Gita 16. Nasato vidyate bhavo, na bhavo vidyate sataha. Ubhairopi drishtantas tva anayos tattvadarshivi. Those who are seers of the truth have concluded that of the non-existent, the material body, there is no endurance. And of the eternal truth, the soul, there is no change. This they have concluded by studying the nature of both. We are eternal. So we should live on the eternal side. What is eternal? Our relationship, connection with Shri Radha Krishna is eternal. Holy name is eternal. Our place of existence is eternal in the spiritual world. So we should move to the eternal side. And here, everything is actually non-existent. Body is non-existent. Which body is existing? It is continuously changing. The whole creation is non-existent ultimately. It comes into being for a while, again goes away. In this way, if we remember, understand what is the purpose of life, my purpose of life is also eternal, going back to the eternal service of Shri Radha Krishna by being engaged in the loving service of Radha Krishna is the goal of life, that is eternal goal. So we'll pursue that, okay? So thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Savitri Mataji, Dandakshanam, so glories to Prabhupada.
Hare
Very, very beautiful class, Mataji. Thank you so much. And thank you for stressing on this point that, our ultimate goal is Radha Dasim. Very true. And beautifully how you explain about Mahaprabhu, about these verses of Shikshashtakam. Very, very grateful to you for Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Kirtina.
Hare Krishna, Savitri Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for the beautiful class and very nice explanation. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, if anybody have any questions, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, respected Aji Savitri Mataji, Koti Koti Dandat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev Ki Jai, Shri Radha Bhakti Mataji. Very, very inspiring class, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, Brinda Gopika Mataji.
Parima Mataji, you can go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much for your wonderful class. As always, your classes are spoken from the heart. So Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Mataji, I would like you to repeat that Sambandha, Abhidhe, Prayojan. Which verses exactly are the Sambandha? Which is the Abhidhe?
5. See, all 8 verses are known as Avidheya. All we have to follow means to attain the love of God, love
Okay.
of Krishna. Out of 8, 5, first 5 are known as Sambandha Jnana Tattva. Tattva. 3 last verses are known as Prayojana Tattva.
Okay.
According to Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Beautiful explanation written by
Yes,
Bhakti
this is,
Vinod Thakur.
I mean, this is very wonderful. I mean, I just came across through you only, Mataji.
Yeah, I read that Bengali book.
Which
These
is,
are my
Mataji,
daily
is
books.
there an English translation available?
Yes,
Then if
yes.
you can put the
Mhm.
name of the book on the chat.
Online, I may, send to, Priti Vilasini. I'll contact her about the email or some way.
But what's the
Because
name of
that-
the book, Mataji?
This book is Sikshashtakam, written
Okay.
by Bhakti Vinod Thakur.
Okay.
Means the purports written by Bhakti Vinod Thakur. 2 explanations are there. One is Bhakti Vinod Thakur's Sammodana Bhashya and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's Bibriti. 2 explanations are there for each verse, each stanza, and how wonderfully Bhakti Vinod Thakur and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur are explaining how to achieve the goal of life and guiding all the way to desire only one thing, no other thing to be mixed. Otherwise, everything will be spoiled.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much again for your wonderful class. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Komadiki Mataji, your voice is not audible.
Hare Krishna, Virata Gandharika Mataji, thank you Mataji. Hare Krishna, Savitri Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Komodiki Mataji.
Today, I just heard you just a few minutes, just last few minutes. I just forgot about when I was cooking and I forgot about the turning on. So, but I'm going to hear the recording. I know it's a nectar, completely nectar and pure message. Thank you, Mataji. Yes.
Thank you for your blessing.
I do also want to know. This Parima Mataji just asked about the books. Oh, you can.
It's online.
It's online.
Online, the
Okay.
book was translated. There is available. Means if you Google.
Yeah, Mataji, it's on ISKCON Desire Tree, and I'm sending the link on chat.
All right, thank you. It is
Oh,
there.
thank
it is
you.
there.
Thank you
there.
very much, Kirtida Sundari Mataji.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Mataji.
Please accept my obeisances.
Thank you
Parima
so much.
Mataji.
Thank you.
Everybody,
Yeah, it is wonderful book to
read.
understand Sikshashtakam.
At least understand Sikshashtakam ki jai.
Yeah, to understand more about Sikshashtakam, later we can study Harinam Chintamani, and the sequel of Harinam Chintamani is Sri Bhajana Rahasyam, all by Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Gauriya Vaishnavas, property is these three books: Sikshashtakam, Harinam Chintamani
Tamani
and Shri Bhajana Rahasya.
Bhajana.
Mataji, I've sent it on chat, so I hope everybody can just save that link, because then once the call is over, the chat will be gone.
Oh, well, I don't know how to get this.
Mataji, I sent you. Madiki Mataji, I sent you on your WhatsApp. I copied it.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. You are very, very.
Yeah, we'll send you. Vinita Gandharvika Mataji will send you on your personal WhatsApp.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. I'll call you, Mataji.
Okay.
sometime.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Is that done?
I guess so, yeah. From me, yes.
Yeah. If there are no more questions, we can end the call here.
Okay.
I would like to offer. Is there somebody having question? Okay. I would like to offer my obeisances to Mataji and all the Vaishnavas assembled
All
on
the
the call.
Vaishnavas.
Vancha kalpa
Kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyev cha
Patitanam pavanebhyo
pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrind ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Har Grace Savitri Mataji ki jai.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you everyone. Hari Bol. We'll meet again tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Bye bye.